let's just try this and let's watch the guys over there when this moves. I thought that'd get Phil's attention. Oh dear, you gotta have a laugh. Well, g'day guys, welcome to the channel. As you can actually probably see in the sunlight there, I'm trying this new microphone. I have had it for a while, so just let me know how it goes. I'm going to have to retrain my head to sort of do more of this when I'm talking to people, just because if I go behind the camera, my voice is very muffled. So I just got to rearrange that, but because we're going to be in the workshop a little bit today, I'm just going to try this because yeah, it has been a nightmare to try and edit, and there's always that compromise between just something quick and easy and compact and getting a good quality sound, but sound is important. Now this morning we are quickly here with the 280. Now I did mention in a previous video that there was a miss on number 5 cylinder, and yeah, we had 3 sprayers down, so obviously the rogator went kaput, and the Howsams obviously is still getting worked on. We're hopefully going to get that tidied off in the next 2 days, and the 280 here had an engine issue. But come to find out that the connector here is actually, well, was actually getting oil in it. So there's a seal in behind there that was letting oil through. Now to get to that seal, or possibly have to replace the harness inside the engine, yeah, you obviously got to pull the tappet cover off. But for the minute, I just put electrical grease in there, or dielectric grease, and squish that all together, just so yeah, the oil can't get into the connection itself. It's not leaking externally, so it's only just a seep or whatever, but we'll just suss that out and see how it goes. Josiah's going to head off in this. It's hooked to the weeder obviously, and get spraying on the other main farm, which is only about 6 k's away. But hopefully we don't have any more issues with that. And Phil's working on the boom again, so he ended up deciding, apologies for the noise, but the boss and the brackets there, all, and the pins and everything's worn out.
Noise for you, eh?
Yeah, thanks. That was
being a workshop, I'm being very considerate.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that. So, what's I'll be quick so I can get back to it.
I've got one boss cut out. So these are the centre pivots on the boom, and they've got a fair bit of movement in them. So we're just getting Brad to get some hollow bar in town, and I'll weld them back on, new ones. And then these bosses here are a bit worn too, so we'll cut them off. Put some new ones on, and she should be good then.
We won't have as much boom slap.
No. Trying to see me do some hard work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll just hang on, let me get comfortable. Yep.
Oh, add me weak bits.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the frame's all gusseted, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah, yep. Pretty well sorted there.
And
some hoses, checking the tappets. Johnny's doing that, checking the tappets on the engine.
Yeah.
Putting new filters in.
And then we're going to plumb in the flush, the flush tank. We're recommissioning the flush tank. So
you'd all had those old solenoids on there, so
yeah,
they weren't working for a long time. So going back to the old school tap method.
Probably weren't working when Brad got it.
No, they were. You just had
never used it.
A wing and a prayer, and you'd get it to work.
Yeah, righto. And maybe after morning tea, we'll see what we all get up to. Well, that was some good morning tea, wasn't it, Phil?
Yeah, that filled me up.
So we went down to Phil's house there. So his wife made, what was it, some scones, jam and cream.
Yeah.
The
scones went pretty quick.
Yeah, no. I think we all need a sleep now.
Yeah. She's problem is she's setting a rod for her own back. She's doing too good of a job.
It doesn't actually move forward now. I think you can click it forward, you can hear it go in the gear, but it won't actually move forward. No. Or reverse.
Alright,
what did you do?
Better look at that.
What did you do, mate?
Well guys, sorry for that interruption.
Where were we?
Yeah, where were we?
That's right, I'm in a rather good paddock.
Casually...
with the wife's scones.
Oh yeah, no, that's what we were talking about. But casually, we're just having some major issues with the 280 again, but we just forget about that for a minute.
Breakdown content, Matt, for your channel.
Ever since we started the channel, everything's breaking down. So,
and it's anything that Matt touches, I think he sabotages it all.
It's getting too much for me. I can't keep track of it. Everything is breaking down.
There's some sabotage going on.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be doing that. But anyway, so you're about to make some noise there, aren't you, Phil?
Yeah.
I'm very unsure what's going on here. It's got us beat. Basically what's happening is you can hit it into gear, you can hear the gearbox turning over, and you can go through the gears, and the clutch packs are all working, it's going through the gears, but we're not driving forward. So an idea we've had might be the inching pedal. You know what? Someone's starting simple. I reckon that's the problem. That's popped out. That little plastic clip's broken. Right. Oh, it's funny. I saw that. I was about to go on the big spiel. Let's just try this and let's watch the guys over there when this moves. I thought that'd get Phil's attention. Oh dear, you gotta have a laugh. So basically, a little micro switch down in here that's connected to that is to engage your clutch or not. But when that was off, it was still saying it was in gear up here. It wasn't. Yeah. Anyway. That's one problem solved. It's lasted 8,000 hours and decided to obviously let go. I've just drilled a very small hole through it and got some MIG wire there just to hold that back in there so it'll stay in. So we can send Josiah off now, hopefully.
When was the last time you greased these pivots, Josiah was wondering?
It was probably...
I said you should do it every few days, but you probably... been doing it once a month.
I think the last time was when we worked on. I think I broke this bolt, so it was probably maybe 5 days worth of spraying.
Yeah, no, it was already flogged before we got it. Brad flogged it.
Shh.
Typical contractor.
Don't upset him. Don't upset Brad. He's getting good content for me. Righto, well it's about lunchtime, so we're all probably going to have a bite to eat. Brad's just turned up, so him and Robbo have been in town. Robbo's Utes getting a new windscreen, so yeah, they've just been getting a few bits and bobs. And the lathe is going, which means Brad's run off on me. Coming back, Brad? I went to catch you and you took off. Righto. Oh, you're back already. I was going to do a bit of history on the lathe.
I don't hear you talking.
Yeah, that's true.
I want action.
We've probably had this lathe for what, 10 years?
More than that.
15?
It was while I was in Ballarat.
Yeah, right. So that's
one bush.
yeah. Anyway, yes, that one's done. It's ready to weld in, eh?
I'm just going to put a grease nickel there.
Yeah, right, eh?
I think we'll do it on there rather than the bolt.
So the original one was only it was metal on metal. There was no bush or anything. So we figure if that lasted 6,000 hours, or however many hours it's done.
I even got some. I got some bush material. I was going to make some, but I got overruled.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to see another 6,000 hours, to be honest.
I was going to scroll it and everything.
You like your lathe, though, don't you?
I like my machining. It's good fun.
You need to start your own channel with your machining.
I think I'll leave that to old Bud that's doing real well.
Curtis, Cutting Edge Engineering.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, no.
I'm just
It's a pleasure to watch someone that knows what they're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just dodgy.
That's why it's surprising we got subscribers.
What are you saying about?
Oh well. So anyway, we're gonna have some lunch. Yeah, so it's actually been quite a few days of all of us being in the workshop. So previously we don't usually all come together, so I've been getting a fair bit of footage of just how it is when we're all in the shed together. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that side of things a bit more, and also we're all slowly getting used to the camera. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it anyway. I'm currently in the process of converting that box and that box into just one box. There's a lot of stuff we don't need in here now because we got rid of the two big solenoids that were here, or valves, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, they'll just simplify it a lot, hopefully. Now Brad's back and he's been machining these bits.
The bosses there.
The bosses and bits and pieces, so Phil's about ready to weld it.
Just got to get it sitting in there nice.
Yep, and I think this will be more exciting to watch on time lapse than what I'm doing, so I'll set the camera up and you can criticise Phil's techniques.
Folks drew the short straw, eh?
So I just got to find something to set the camera on that won't move. Righto, well Phil's still working on those bosses and welding them in. I think one of the bars got stuck that he was using to line it up. But anyway, I'll update you where I'm up to. I've got the new box here and I've managed to get everything to fit. And that'll go up, down up to there, like that. And that's as simple as it needs to be, I think. I think Brad's not far off from finishing on the lathe, so he's going to start on the plumbing, I think.
Brad's done too tight a tolerance with the lathe, so I'm letting him push it out.
So does that mean he's too good, or?
He's Formula One performance here. You've got to heat it up.
Got to get the cigarette lighter to heat it up just
right.
enough.
Yeah.
Well, good morning guys. We're back up here. It's a little bit overcast today. I think there's a possibility a bit of rain later this afternoon, but what has happened is we've got these pins in here. So yeah, we've just got to machine up a little washer to go on there, and then that could all be tightened up, and then this one's pretty well done. Then we've just got to weld up and do the other one. We do have Phil around here on the lathe. I haven't seen him on the lathe for a long time. He's just embracing his inner machinist. He didn't want me to video him.
Thank you, Curtis, for inspiring me to hack away at this hollow bar.
Phil's all inspired. He might do a career change soon. So the next job is cutting out the bottom of this toolbox. So you can see it's all rusted out. Not very pretty. So I'm just going to hack away at it until we get all the rusted bits out and work out how we're going to weld in a new floor, I guess. Right, well, we've got the bottom of the toolbox all cut out. It's quite useless at the minute, so hopefully, yeah, there's still a bit of rust in there. I'll probably have to put a bit of angle iron against the back of it there. Now I have pulled out all the wiring in here. I only needed one wire, so that'll be good. But yeah, I'll just have to try and find a bit of steel and a bit of plate, bend it up, see if I can get it to, yeah, look half decent. Brad's back from town. He's in the belly of the beast here.
I didn't even get a coffee this time.
No coffee?
No coffee.
Well, you were hanging out to have smoko down at Phil's place, but you missed out on that.
I did miss out.
We all had to fend for ourselves today.
Yeah, I missed out on scones and all sorts of stuff.
Just a hard life.
Yeah.
So, you're doing the plumbing.
Well, you're helping, hopefully. So that comes from the main tank, that goes to the pump. That comes from the flush tank, three-way tap, and that'll be a fill for the flush tank.
So anyway, that's going ahead. The fuel, not the fuel tank, the toolbox is, yeah, I'm halfway through that. Brad wanted the little switch here to work for the turn the pump on and off, so I just had to quickly put that back in, and yeah, but I still was able to get rid of all this wiring. A lot of it was corroded and that anyway. And then I've just got a bit of angle iron here. It's going to pop up like that, and then yeah, then I'm going to have a bit of the same stuff going on, probably on the outside there, and yeah, then we can just fold up a bit of metal and just get welding. So that should be a bit more sturdy. Well guys, we got the toolbox fixed, I reckon. It's not the prettiest. I didn't have a lot of metal left to weld to, but yeah, it should be a lot stronger now. So yeah, we just got to give that a lick of paint and it should be good to go. I think now we're just getting ready to put the tank in now and hope everything fits. Well, looks like we've got a storm rolling in. Don't know how far you can see, but well, the storm's here. We all got a little bit wet, but you might be able to hear, well, you can hear Rusty barking at the thunder, but yeah, there is a fair bit of lightning around. I don't know whether I'll catch any. Good afternoon, guys. I actually haven't picked up the camera all day today yet. We're only about an hour from knock-off time actually, but we've just been doing all the little fiddly bits and bobs with the Grasshopper here, and yeah, it's been very uneventful in a lot of ways. But what I'll do is we'll just go through and do an update before we actually go and test it, probably, hopefully. So Brad's just finishing off putting the gasket on the tappet cover, and that should be not far off being able to yeah, give it a start. So yeah, I've been fitting out the toolbox here. We've got all the little bits and bobs, spare parts in there. We've got multi grips, and yeah, just odd bits of tools. Bit of hand wash in a sauce bottle, and yes, that should be all good to go. We've got this fill point here, which is basically going to be used to fill the flush tank. We'll still use this one here for filling the main tank. We've also got this here. It did have a funny float system that came down and it would go up and down in that tube, a little red indicator to tell you how much was in the tank, but we just got rid of that because it kept playing up. And yeah, we're just going for this clear tube that we'll be able to see and then mark at what level it is. This back here is all sorted out. So that's for spraying, and then you flip that over and that's to either use the flush tank or fill the flush tank. So that's all good to go. We've got the bungs in there. Yeah, I think we're pretty well ready to give it a try. And we've only got about an hour to get everything right, because tomorrow we're got to go down and get stuck into the rogator. I wasn't quick enough. Brad beat me to it, but it started up no worries, which is good. Well guys, we didn't quite get around to being able to test it. We do actually have an issue with the Hypro motor, so we're not sure why we're not building up pressure there. We've got good hydraulics everywhere else, so we could have a solenoid issue or something like that. Just being all in and around the machine, it's easy to bump stuff and all of that, so we can't test whether it's actually going to spray, but what we're probably going to have to do is, because we're basically all hands on deck down at the development block tomorrow, for the rogator, we might actually just take the Grasshopper here down there and we can work on it down there as well. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So unfortunately it's not a clear cut, yay, everything's working for the end of this video, but yeah, in the next video, who knows what we'll be doing to the rogator. So make sure you tune in for that one. Thanks for watching everyone, and we'll catch you in the next one.